Are you live?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you all. Actually, you know, we were on a conversation on yesterday about building our confidence. Let me see who is coming on here so I could kind of get an idea. All right. But on yesterday's show, pretty much this is the second episode of Building Your Confidence with Jaquita Barnes, right? And we're going to just continue. Hey, Miss Josephine, good to see you. Waiting for some more people to come on and to be connected. We have so much to talk about. Roxanne, God bless you. Thank you for coming on. Got a lot to talk about. Shamika Carter, God bless you. Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate that. Who else? I want you to share this video, share this broadcast here. Let's get some people connected. Yeah, this is going to be really good. We're going to be actually talking maybe for the next half an hour or so, just dealing with confident. So y'all help me share and get somebody connected. I really would appreciate that much. Jaquita, are you ready? Because I'm telling you, I'm feeling fired up about this.
Yes, I am ready.
I know because you know what? Yesterday you did such a fantastic job at giving us some explanation about self-confidence, and of course, today I'm going to have just a ton of questions. And those of you who are tuning in, make sure that you have some questions ready so that Jaquita can actually go into it and really help to pull out areas in our life that we might be lacking confidence and dealing with, just the embarrassment of not being confident. So please do share and get somebody connected. I know it's going to be really good, and I just want us to be provoked in a time in a season like this. All right. And so I just look forward to that. Hoping to get some more people here on. But I'll tell you what, Jaquita, we are going to go right into it. And whoever missed it, missed it. And they're going to have to watch the replay. All
Okay.
right. So we probably just going to have to do that. So we're going to touch on several different things. I think, Jaquita, I have some questions for you, definitely. And I got a whole bunch of questions for you, actually. And
Really?
well, not too much, but much that we can actually speak on. And I think it'll just be really really good for all of us, for everybody that's going to be tuning in. Let me see if I get some more folks that is trying to get on, and wait for some more folks to come on. So how has your day been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. I started out with a great workout. So that always gets me pumped and ready for my day. But yeah, it's been good.
That's great. That's great, everybody. This is Jaquita. For those of you that don't know her, and you might see her workout videos, and I know that's an area of, another area of things that you do. As far as doing workouts and videos, and of course you got a YouTube channel where persons can go and literally follow you. for workout tips. And of course, workout builds up your confidence and your self-esteem as well, don't it?
Yes, it does.
All right, all right. Let me see here. Katima, God bless you. Gail, God bless you. Make sure y'all share. Amen. Get some persons on. We're going to dive right into this in a moment. But this is really good because, when we are trying to get to a certain level in our life, if we don't have confidence, we just can't get to that place that we need to get to. And Jaquita, she specializes in that. This is what she do now professionally, and now is in part in her professions in lives, such as ourselves, to help to build our confidence and our self-esteem. So thank you, more of you that are coming on. Will, my brother, good to see you. Hey, Tamika, bless you, bless you. Y'all help me share, get some more people connected. And, we're just going to go. Hey, I don't know if y'all remember, we did a video together in the past. Me and Jaquita did a video together in the past where we did some food, right? And Jaquita, I'm hoping to talk some more confident, right in the area of healthy living. You can come
Yes,
and show some more of that good food. Amen. I still be cooking up that dish you showed me. Matter of fact, I had some on yesterday. That's how bad it is. Like literally, ever since you introduced me to the vegan sausage, it has been really good. I enjoy it much. I enjoy it a lot. So some of y'all probably remember when we did a cook show together. It was really good. Tiffany Rowland, bless you. Latoya, bless you. Hey, Angela Reed, good to have you back. Thank you for sharing. Those of you who are sharing the link, we're going to tap into it. I have a lot of questions for her, and I'm pretty sure we're going to try to cover as much as possible in this half an hour. So, Jaquita, I know that we left off talking about some stuff on yesterday. So I just want to, just kind of run into some things right away. Um, okay, so let's start with this. For persons who are struggling, don't forget you're on, right? So don't forget to, if you have any question, anything come across your mind that you have questions about dealing with self-confidence, type it in, all right? No question is foolish or whatever. Any question you have, you type it in. We want you to partake, right? Q&A, be
yes.
interactive,
Don't be
and it will
ashamed,
definitely,
don't be shy.
don't
Ask
be
your
shy,
questions
yes.
so we can help.
Yes. So we definitely want you to do that, to be a part of that, be a part of what we are doing now, and I think you'll be really good. All right. Now, Jaquita, like I said, you did a great job explaining some stuff to us yesterday. So I want to touch on this point. Let's just kick this right out the door. What are some of the signs of low self-esteem?
Normally a person that has low self-esteem or don't really have confidence in themselves, they tend to blame others.
Mm,
They don't really take responsibility for their actions. And it's more of a pessimistic mindset. You really can't get them to think positive or to speak positive. Really, their whole demeanor is negativity because they're unhappy with themselves. They're insecure about something that's going on within them, so they're not going to be a very positive person. And they tend to fear change because when you are less confident, you don't want to try anything new. You want to stay in the position where you are comfortable. You don't want to learn anything. You don't want to grow, because when you grow, it forces you to put on another hat. It forces you to put on another assignment, or step into something that it's going to change you. So those are some of the signs of people who may have low self-esteem, or who have low confidence.
mhm. So where does that come from? Where does low self-esteem, where it normally stem from, to the point where it overtake us to the point where we are blind? Because, like a lot of people, let me ask you another question, because I think that was a good point that you raised up, and anybody can type in at any time, Q&A, be interactive. I want to ask you a question here. What about a person that is always telling somebody what to do. Always have a word for somebody else. Always try to tell somebody else what to do. And then do persons of such that are always trying to instruct somebody else on something to do they have because you as a person might see certain traits about them.
Mhm.
Do they have a self-esteem issue, or are they confident in what they're doing, or are they just blind that something is wrong with them?
So people who tend to give out a lot of orders and instructions are hiding something. They're
Mm.
hiding what their insecurity is. So to keep them from acting on whatever it is it may be, or to keep them from being in the forefront, they give out orders so that they can shy away from showing you that, hey, I'm weak in that area, instead of just taking responsibility and saying, hey, I may need a little bit more training. I'm just going to step back from that. But normally it's because they're hiding something, and they're hiding their flaws. Basically, they don't want you to be in a position where you can see that. So that typically is what the issue is. When you just giving out orders and you just telling people what to do, they're hiding something.
So what you're saying is that we can cover up uh, low self-esteem about ourselves and try to manipulate somebody at the same time.
Yes, it is very actually normal for a person who have low self-esteem and low confidence to, because it's not that they don't have strong areas that they are good at. It's just that they don't want the pressure to be on them. So they come up with these tactics where they can hide behind certain things, and they can manipulate other people to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna need you to do this. So they do it. Low self-esteem and low confidence is not that they don't have the potential to do it. They do have it. It's just they would rather go on their strong suit. And if it's something that they're weak in, they're gonna push you or manipulate you to do what it is that they don't want to do, because they don't want you to see, what it is that they're hiding, or see what it is that they're insecure about.
Wow, that's really interesting because, so many of us. Bless you, Leon. Bless you. Thank you for connecting. Yes, family, do share if you have any question. Jaquita Barnes is joining me. She is dealing with uh, low self-esteem, confident, issues that goes on in our life, and what really is transpiring that is keeping us back. And of course, a while ago, she was just covering the point that people with low self-esteem can actually cover their faults, or cover, stuff that they're dealing with in their life, that they're really struggling with in their life, and so on and so forth. Now, I think the point that I was trying to get to even earlier, okay, so you touched the point that, yes, individuals can actually cover up their certain areas of weakness that they're dealing with, that they may have low self-esteem in. You just touched that, but there are other strong points in their area by which they would cover that area with, and somebody would really think that they don't really have an issue when they're probably still dealing with particular area in their life that they're covering up. All right, so my next question to you is that, where does it start? Where does, like, now I'm talking about persons who actually walk into low self-esteem. Like, this is what they do. This is who they are.
Um,
Where does that start?
it can start from a number of things. First off, it can start from being
Hmm.
children. If you were born into a family of, maybe your mother and father weren't taught how to love you the correct way, or taught how to speak highly of you. Those things can also lower your self-confidence. So it can start as a child. If you've been through something, maybe bullying, or if you've gone through some trauma in your life, um, low confidence starts there with the experiences that we've come across in our lives. So, and also society. when you look at the internet now, society says you're supposed to look like this, or society says that you're supposed to act a certain way when you're going through a divorce, when you're going through, trials and tribulations with your children. Society has a very important role when it comes to lack of confidence and low self-esteem, because it tells you who you are. But if when you're growing up, if you don't know who you are, then everything that society tells you what you're supposed to be, that's what you're going to cling to. And then you're going to try to change this or change that and do things to people liking. And if you're a person who have confidence and know who you are, what society says and what anybody else have to say will not hinder or will not make you feel like you have to change for somebody else, because you're comfortable in who you are. So it starts from a number of things. Like I said, being young and being born into a family who may not have been taught those things of how to build your children up or how to love your children. And if you're not loved the correct way, then that will hinder your self-confidence as well. Because again, looking at your peers and the company that you keep, you can see what this person is getting versus what you're not getting. So as a child, you don't know that comparison is not something that you should do. So that's something that should be taught, because when you compare, that's what gets inside of your head, and it allows you to become mentally it allows your mental to become negative, because you're always thinking of what you don't have or comparing what this person do have. So it starts as a child, and even as an adult, we experience different things in life, and the things that we experience, it lowers your self-confidence. So confidence is something that you have to work at every single day, because life changes and we go through things, and the experiences that we encounter, say if you were in an abusive relationship, that abusive relationship could have torn you down to where you don't feel like you are beautiful, where you don't feel like you have a voice. That really takes a toll on a person. So that too can contribute to your lack of confidence. So the key thing is to, when we go through experiences in life, is to not allow our emotions to take over how we feel and what we're going through. Because the minute you allow your emotions to take over, you become in your feelings, and that causes depression. And then that entails, comes your lack of confidence will come in that as well. So
Wow, well said. And it's, I think when I go back here, Gail had, she literally said what you said. She says, I think um, low self-esteem often begin in our childhood. And
yeah,
it is so true, because that's where that's where the foundation of our life is being laid, whether of who we are going to be in our future, and we normally mirror whatever it is around us. We intend to take it on sometime. And so, but that is a great point. Raxon said, I had low self-esteem as a child. God deliver me. And now there's another thing too, because when I kind of think about it, and Raxon, if you could type in, like, at what age did you start to experience deliverance through that, deliverance from low self-esteem, like what age, you're confident, start to build. I would love to know that. You can type that in for me. I would definitely appreciate that much. We'll love to know. And so, how do, earlier I think I was asking you, but I think you might have answered again, or you answered before. How do a person recognize that they have low self-esteem issue? Because often at times a lot of people don't recognize it. But how do you recognize it, that you do have low self-esteem going on in your life?
um recognizing it can be hard. But if you tend to shy away from who you are, if you tend to shy away from, you know that you have a calling on your life, or you know that there's something special or specific, a talent, a gift that God is calling you to do, but you tend to shy away from that. Um, that's one thing. And then you let people or society tell you who you are supposed to be. If you're a person who just accept anything and go with anything, um, that's a sign that maybe you have some lack of confidence in there. If you tend to blame other people and not take responsibility for your actions or your part in something, that's a sign of lack of confidence as well. Um, and fear, like you allow fear to come in and take over you, or your thoughts are always negative, or you're always speaking negativity, and you just don't feel comfortable with who you are. Those are signs of lack of confidence.
So my next question to you, I wanted to ask you, and again, family, thank you for your comments. I really appreciate that much. As Jaquita is here with us, we are still on, episode number 2, dealing with confidence, and because again, a lot of us, we carry the burden of having lack of self confidence in our life. But Jaquita, I wanted to ask you a question, and maybe you can help us with this. All right. Now, earlier, Gil had stated that a lot of the, that she believed that it started, through early childhood, just as you had explained in the comment. Now, my next question to you, right? You just explained a while ago. Hey, these are, all right, let's say that you are an adult, right? You're grown up, you're a mom with children. How do you, and you're always confident throughout your life, like, you're always confident, you're really sure of yourself. Now you're an adult, you are a mom, or just a lot older in life. And, and you never really struggle with self-esteem issue, you never really struggle with confidence. Can a person that is of age with family, that never really had a problem with self-esteem issue, can that person now have a self-esteem issue in their life? Can some way, somehow, low self-esteem, can that overtake them?
Yes, it can happen at any stage of your life. Like I stated earlier, whatever you're going through, you can experience something in your life that will trigger something in your mind to be like, oh, well, maybe I'm not so sure of who I am, you know? So experience has a lot to do with what part of life that you're in. And as I stated earlier, if you have the ability to handle your emotions no matter what the outcome is when you're going through something, that's part of having, self-confidence. That's part of building that self-confidence. But when you feel like something has happened in your life and you don't have any control of it, that will break down that level of confidence that you once had, because you feel like things are going spiraling out of control and you don't have any say so over certain things anymore. That will kind of beat you up.
Wow, that is definitely something else. I like what Angela had shared. Just something here, um, how self-confident, low confidence broke from her life, and I think she says I had my first child. I began to develop such joy and love, and never knew that a little baby could love me so much. And I hope that little baby's still that loving right now. I'm messing with you, Angela. Um, so, so much. I think I think that that's what broke my low self-esteem. So, listening to what Angela just wrote, right? And she said it at the end. This is what she said at the end. I think that's what broke my low self-esteem. Now you can't see this on YouTube, but she said I think that's what broke my low self-esteem. And so, would you look at her picture and says, hey, was there a lack in love? You know, that self-confident is another way of feeling like you're not loved because
Yes,
she described that her child loved her.
that has a lot to do with it. I spoke about that on yesterday about healing and self-love. When you feeling like you don't have the love that you need, or you're receiving the love that you need, that has a lot to do with how you see yourself. Because a person who is loved the right way will thrive and prosper and do so many things because it's a feeling. It's a great feeling that you have from the love that you're receiving. So when you're missing that, you begin to internalize and begin to point the finger at you like something is wrong, something is missing. So then you begin to think negative and speak negative, and that weighs down on you as well. So then that weakens your level of confidence. So her saying that when she had her child, she felt love. That boosts her confidence up because the feeling of love is just it's amazing. People sometimes people run away from love, and sometimes people embrace love. But when like she said, the love from her child, it gave her a self-confidence because it gave her responsibility too. Confident people dive into responsibility. Confident people love taking care of other people, helping other people, and feeling that sense of gratitude and love from other people. So yes, I can see that as being something that will boost her confidence.
Wow, wow. She shared another part of her life. She says that my mother worked two jobs, and my father left when I was 21. She says, and that she used to go everywhere with him. So even at that point, I guess she's showing that. So Angela, are you saying that at 21 is when you really felt like your self confidence had came under attack? Is that what you're saying? And and that when you have the child, that's when uh, your confidence restore back. So I mean, um, just hearing her story, just hearing her story, and just hearing that self confidence um, mostly affect us in our early childhood, but it also plays a big role in whatever area and time of our life. Like anything can really begin to offset us. And is that what you're concluding on that?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Wow, wow. Okay, she said she was 2 years old when her father left. Is that what you're saying? Okay, all right. That's the story right there. Yes, put your comment. Would just like to know. Again, I'm here with Jaquita Barnes. Am I saying your name right? Because I never get people name right.
Burns.
Burns.
Yeah,
Am I
that's Burns. But Jaquita,
Burns?
yes, you say that
As in you're
perfect.
burning something, right? Because Barnes
Yeah.
BBA, right? So okay, Burns. So I wasn't sure, because it's like we have names that actually matches a particular name, right? So if you set something on fire, so that's burning. You have names that match it, and so sometimes we normally kind of twist our tongue a little bit so it don't actually sound like the word burn, and I think I do that time. Maybe I'm just trying to be nice. Y'all pray for me. um, but that is awesome. Gail says it takes time to know who you are and speak positive things over your life. Eventually, it will bring your self confidence higher. Now I had a uh, um, I remember an experience. I'm not going to give no detail to it, and maybe you can help somebody here to understand. So here are my little experience. My little experience was, when I just gotten like saved, and I'm in the church, and I'm trying to grow in my faith, and I've been there for years, and there were like, um, now this was a new part of my life, right? Because my whole life I knew the streets. So, being now a Christian, and, going to church every day, and having a whole new family, a church family with me, met a lot. And so, whoever is in my life, the leader, the pastor, whoever it is, plays a very significant role, in my life. And so, of course, you just kind of look up to certain individual, now that you have made them a part of your life, in that sense, and you look up to their leadership, or, just to kind of help, to lead you and guide you. And, I remember, like, just some events that, that took place that really had challenged my self-esteem, to believe if I'll ever be able to, share God word, and preach God word well, and stuff like that. And I don't know if it was Gail or somebody, but, I think it was Chanel. Chanel had stated here, um, if I could find or what she had said earlier, I think. But I know she had stated something about you have to, um, speak into, the life of your child, or something
Yeah.
like that. Speak confident into the life of, okay, she said our parents plays a big role in speaking over us. Um, so do you, even when it comes on to marriage, or it comes on to persons that you kind of, uh, you all right, my daughter went through a situation at school, and she played basketball. I'm just come out and I'm just say it like that. She played basketball, and she's playing with, they had her on this team, and they weren't giving her a lot of playing time. And I know that she's a shooter. She makes a lot of shot. She may not be the most aggressive on the team, but she definitely scored. But one thing I know about her, she is faithful. Like, she don't miss no practice, right? She's always there. She's at every game on time. She's sort of like her dad. She just hate being late, and so she gets really upset about that. She likes to be on time. Anyway, um, anyway, I'd go to her games, and she weren't getting a lot of playing times, of course, and I hate going to the game. And I think I got frustrated to the point where I was like, listen, give me a coach number so I could call her and tell her how horrible she is and inconsiderate she is. And I wanted to just drop it on her. My wife was begging me, Rick, don't do it, because you can't talk when you are upset. You're just not the one for it. And I'm like, give me that woman number. Let me just tell that woman off, right? And God knows that it was in my heart. I was going to get there. I'm going to go to the school. I'm booking an appointment. I think I endure enough of this foolishness. My daughter is faithful. She go to practice every day, and so on and so forth. So the last game, I said to her, I says, you know what? Um, I don't know why you play on that team. Why you make, such sacrifice to play with somebody that really don't care much, that you are at every practice, you are, faithful, you're at every game, you travel out of town all the time, just to, sit on the bench, and I was just really upset about it. But I said to her, I says, don't even call her coach. Just say, do you want us to move the ball, or do you want us to shoot the ball? Don't ever use the word coach, because she's not a coach. She's not somebody that you should look up to, or somebody that you should respect at all. She has no feeling. She has no heart. And I say, you know what? You square your shoulder, you understand, and you keep looking up, and don't you ever make anybody make you look down or feel beneath yourself. And so I was really mad to the point. And then, then she, I think, like within a week, the coach decided that she's gonna let her play with another team that is not so aggressive, and play with that team. And she went, and she really the star of that team, because she makes all the shots, right? Because but I remember that, because I felt like that little thing that the coach was doing, especially with a child that is faithful, never miss a game, never rude, never get in trouble, is just really a good person. I felt like that right there. My daughter wasn't saying it was attacking her self-esteem, but it was attacking mine, and I'm pretty sure it was attacking her. So, um, what about those type of issue? And really and truly, if a parent sees it, should the parents speak up? How do a parents, really, like I was gonna tell that person off, and I felt like if I had called her, I'd have just dropped it on her, and I didn't care. And I don't ever want you to talk. I'm just telling you who you are, and then I'm gonna hang the phone up, or I'm gonna get out of your face, something like that. So I didn't want to get myself in trouble at all. But how do a parents, handle a situation like that, especially when it comes on to their child?
Well, part of being confident is learning to speak up for yourself. We have to be able to your kids can speak up for themselves only at a certain degree, before either whoever they're speaking to will call it disrespect, or they'll say, or even pay them any attention as to what they're speaking up about. So you always want to put that in your kid's head, like, you don't let anybody just do whatever they want to do to you. Learn to speak up for yourself. But all, and what I tell my kids is, it's okay to speak up, but be tactful about it. Don't just be loose with your words and attack people. You got to have some type of tact, so that you know when I do come in, I don't want to hear them saying, you was disrespectful or whatever. But you can have, right, you can be able to have your children speak up for themselves. And that goes with learning who you are surrounding yourself with. You want to have a circle that if I can't be able to speak for myself, then somebody else will. And 9 times out of 10, we're going to go to bat for our children. We're not going to allow anybody to talk down on them and beat them up and make them feel less than. So it's important to instill that positive talking to your children, and telling them it's okay to speak up, because the moment you don't speak up, you allow whatever that person said to sink in. And once it sink in, it's going to bother you to a point where that will lower your self-confidence and lower your self-esteem, and get you in a place of like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. So you got to be able to speak up for yourself. And as an adult, um, like I was saying, you want to have those people around you, in case if you do have an encounter with somebody and they're talking down to you, and you don't have the ability to see it, or to fight it off. Then you want to have those people around you to say, hey, no, we're not going to allow you to speak to her like that. We're not going to allow you to talk bad on her, because we know the type of person that she is. And that goes into communication. You have to learn to communicate. Like as I spoke about yesterday, education. You want to be able to get to a spot where you can communicate very well on how you're feeling and what you're going to allow other people to do to you. You have to set boundaries. Certain things, when you set boundaries, that builds your confidence, because I'm not going to allow you to do this to me. I'm not going to accept this. I don't just accept anything. So that's very important as well.
Wow, I love how you use that, but I think there's one word that I heard in all of that, is tactful, right? Like if you're not going to have you have to have a plan, of how you're going to get your message out. Of course, for me, it saved me because I try to be tactful in my mind, and I kept seeing all these different ways. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the school. I'm gonna dress in a suit and a tie. You understand? 'Cause if I go there, they might call the cops on me. If I'm too strong, but if I look professional, and go there to meet the coach, it just might be a different thing. And so I tried so many different patterns in my mind of how I'm going to be tactful about the situation. But thank God I didn't have to, be faced with it, because not everybody really and truly, even to the best of preachers, not everybody really and truly, do a fantastic job, at being tactful. And of course, I said the same thing to my daughter as well about, making sure that, she do things in wisdom and ask God for wisdom and so on and so forth. So, but listen, we are literally out of time, family. We are going to be on this for the remainder of the week. We got 2 more days, which we'll do at noon, dealing with your confident with Jaquita Burns. I think I almost said her name right that time. And yeah, this is. Did I say it right? Why are you laughing?
Because you never had a problem with my name before. Like you've always
Okay.
said it right. I don't know what's
Okay.
going on with today.
Okay. You know what? We good. So anyway, family. So Jaquita, is there like a page that we could follow you by and watch your videos, your learning? And I know that person has to go back and listen to the replay. I know that there are those of you who are sending messages and stuff like that. Thank you so much for being a part and just kind of sharing with us. Um, you got to let us know when that available, right? So that
Yes,
we can
I'm
follow your
actually
page.
working on a page, Next Level Confidence. It's not
Okay.
really in
I love
place
that.
yet, but I'm
Love that.
working on that.
I love
Um,
that.
so that will be out before the end of this week. But I'm always posting little stuff on my page, my personal page, but it'll be more on the Next Level Confidence page to come. So
I love it. I love it. All right. I already like that. All right. So, you guys got to watch out for that. You'll be able to follow her fan page so that you can get to that next level in your confident. But I know we're going to pick this up. We're gonna continue this on it tomorrow. By God's grace, we'll be back here talking about confidence. And I hope that somebody is getting something. I'm like one of the realest a prophet, preacher, however you want to describe me, whatever you want to call me. And I just love this. I love this teaching. I love what you're giving, Jaquita. I thank God for the wisdom, that you have, that you're imparting to us. So I don't know if anybody has any last words, or you yourself, Jaquita, if you yourself have any last words.
no, I don't have any last words. But if anybody have any question or anything, you can always message me on Facebook. My name is Jaquita Burns. You could just send me a message. And I'll get back to you on that. And thank you guys for joining and tuning in. And I hope that what we've shared today will will plant a seed for you to be able to build your confidence and go out and be great and be purposeful for what God has created you to do. So until next time, spread love, seek light, and mind your blessings.
That is so wonderful, and thank you, Sandra Jenkins. She says a lot of great info. She had really enjoyed that, and let me see anybody else here. Okay, so that's great, family. Again, thank you for tuning in. We're going to continue this on tomorrow, and I just look forward to us receiving what God has for us. So thank God for Jaquita and Jaquita. By God's grace, I'll see you real soon.
All right. God bless.